morning everyone, and welcome back to another Adventure Sparks video. It's myself Daniel, and here with me today is Leonora, who will be taking the video for us. And today we are going to be doing a walk around video of my car, the 1998 Mitsubishi Pajero. Now, for those of you who have been with us from the very beginning, you will know that we've done the exact same video on my father's car, the 2005 Toyota Prado, and you guys really seem to like that, seeing how we do our setup and camping stuff and what we use inside the cars to make our camping experience most enjoyable. So, the Pajero has gone through quite a lot of changes. It used to look like this, and then we switched it up a bit and put drawers in it, but the drawers, as you'll see in the photo up here, only were down the middle. So we've changed it up again to now what it is now, and I must say it is absolutely amazing. So let's get into the video. So starting off at the front here, we've got obviously the standard Pajero nudge bar, which is absolutely awesome. It really helps just to get that little bit extra of safety. There are plans to hopefully get a bull bar someday, but for what we're doing at the moment, it works absolutely beautiful. And then we've got the amazing little spade that we've got on the front here, just to be used for whatever we normally use it to put out the fires that we make at our campsites, or just for digging out the cars if they ever get stuck in mud, which, touch wood, has not happened yet, but it is there for in case you need it. Then got a little bit of an area for the two-way radio that you'll see inside, that we also did with our last build of the inside of the car. Moving on to the internals of the car, it is a little bit dirty still, but we did try to clean that up as best we can, because we did go through the mud on our last trip, which looked like that. But when we came back, we cleaned it up as best we could. It is going in for another clean soon, so then we'll get all the rest of the stuff out. But man, just look at that engine. It is in the Pajero, a 3-liter V6 engine that we got going here, and it gives out more than enough power, more than enough torque. It is just absolutely amazing to have that power there exactly when you need it, especially on our off-roads. Let's move to the driver's side. Alright, man, whenever I get in this car I think I'm going on a camping trip, but unfortunately not. Well, this is the interior of the car. Obviously everything is very basic in this car, no cruise control, but got your lights, headlights, brights, all absolutely powerful enough to see through the night, and then obviously your windscreen wipers and all of that. It's got a 65-liter fuel tank, which is more than enough to get you to where you're going, and you average about 400 to 450 Ks on a full tank like that. It is a manual gearbox with obviously your 4x4 right over here with your 2 high, 4 high, 4 high lock, neutral, and then 4 low lock, and then stereo. And then this is the part that we added over here, which was the two-way radio that my father and I carry in both our cars. It really does make the traveling so much easier and so much better also when you are able to communicate with each other. So it runs off the battery, which means that we can talk to one another even when the cars are off. Being able to do that really does make life a lot easier. You got your middle storage over here. You've got 2 different sections. I normally keep my knife and my keys for the spade in here, and just a lighter for in case we need one for a fire or something like that. And then you've got your bigger one at the bottom where you can put whatever you want inside. Got your glove box over here where I keep all my books, little first aid kit just for in case you get into trouble on a trip, as well as on our previous trip, one of the globes for my back brake light wasn't working, so I've just got a spare set of globes in there for in case we need it while we're on the road. Moving over to here, we've obviously got all your amazing dials over here, such as temperature, oil pressure, and then your altimeter. However, I don't like those in my car, so I took them off so they don't work. And now I've got a space for my GPS or Garmin over here to be able to see wherever I'm going. And then over here, just something and somewhere where I can put my phone while we're driving. And then up here, obviously, logbook for all the Ks we drive. And then over here, this is where we put in all our camera equipment for while we are driving, and that so that you can see us and outside while we're driving. So there's no hassle of having to hold the camera and try and drive. We want to be as safe as possible, so that makes life very, very easy. Obviously, the car doesn't have Bluetooth because of it being an old car, so I use a little system over here from Pajero to just be able to Bluetoothly connect to my radio so I can play my music and my jams while we're on the road trip, so it keeps on going and I don't get tired of the road. Just being able to listen to that music is awesome. Yeah, let's move on to the back. Alrighty, so this is the back. Off with, Pajeros all came out with a handy little toolbox in the back over here, so you're never sitting without tools, which I absolutely love, because I mean, when you're going off-roading, camping, there's a lot of stuff that could possibly and potentially break, not only on your car but other people's cars. So it's always handy just to have a toolbox there when you need it, if you need it, and just to be safe. Then of course we got here for our window wipers at the back. You obviously need water, so this is where you put in your water for the window wipers at the back, which for me is a little bit of a hassle when you could just fill it up all one time in the front, but I don't mind because the rest is just absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to the most important part, our camping slider. So previously, our camping setup originally looked like this. We used to have the water underneath the chair over here, and then a plank of wood on top, and then we used to have the fridge on a different slider on this side, actually, if I remember correctly. And then we used to have the battery underneath, everything sitting right over here. And of course that was a ride for a beginning starter, but we wanted something a bit better. So then we got this drawer system. This came out of my dad's car when he got his new drawer system. There'll be a follow-up video to that on his new drawer system coming in the next video. But I bought it off him and now I have it in my car. But obviously it started and stopped here, which gave us very little room to work with because there was in less room than what we had with the previous setup. So we changed it to now having wood on top that's gone from edge to edge, which means that there's a lot more packing space. So now you are able to fit 6 boxes in here, cup boxes in the drawer sliders, which gives you a lot of space, and it rolls out quite fast so you can get to everything, all the boxes, which makes it a lot easier. As well, we put plank woods. I don't have them in at the moment because I'm running with the 6 boxes at the moment, but we have wood planks that you can put down just to give you a nice flat loading bay in case you wanted to do something else with that space. Then on the side over here, obviously my jack for the car sits underneath here, so we just made a little slot just to be able to get the jack out in case we needed it. Not that we ever do need it, but you always need to be prepared. Obviously we've got the rails to be able to strap stuff down, and this stuff makes packing and life a lot easier. For anchor points, we use these just because you can basically run them. If you have to come and have a look over here, you can basically run them all up and down here wherever you need it. Just pick it up, lift it, roll it, and there you go. You've got your anchor spot right over there. Now, if you'll see right here at the back, we've got a 40-liter water setup, which spout runs out in the front here by the car and driver door. We've got a nice little packing space with a little hole in to be able to fill up, and that's just for your jackets and the medical bag, your small light stuff that obviously isn't too heavy because the plank of wood is only screwed down, not bolted, because the whole idea behind it was just to give the water tank and the battery just a little bit of coverage, but as well get some packing spaces for your jackets, quick easy access, or something that you need easy access for. Then we've got a 40-liter fridge, angle fridge that we use when we go camping in my car, on this amazing slider that also brings it out quite nice and full, so you can get to everything when opening it, no problems whatsoever, and it just works absolutely amazingly. And you just slide it back in, off you go. Now, if you'll see here, behind the fridge, we have got the second battery that is sitting right next to the water and behind the fridge. That way we can plug the fridge right into the battery, and any other necessary cables run underneath this piece of wood, so it is out of sight and hidden from any view or getting damaged, which helps a lot. So as you'll see here, this is one of the cables we've got running out here, which will be used normally for an LED light that we need to be using at this stage, or just for any other power that you might need. There it is. And then obviously this cable over here is running from the car's battery all the way to the back here. Let's check out the back and the top. Here on the back, the Pajero comes standard with a spare tire, but as you'll see, we've kind of extended it and moved it a bit further away to make room for this custom made double fuel can jerry can holder. Now, I got this off Facebook Marketplace and thought it was an amazing idea because the car's only got a 65 litre fuel tank, as I said before, more than enough to get you where you need to go. But when you're doing longer trips where it's more isolated and there's not as many fuel stops along the way, it is kind of necessary to have just that spare fuel in case you needed it. So, bought it for myself, and we used it now on our trip to Jeffreys Bay, where we were 800 kilometers, doing 800 kilometers. With my dad having 180 liters of fuel on board, he was happy-go-lucky, whereas I was a little bit skeptic about it. So I took it with just in case. Never had an issue, never had a problem of finding a fuel station. There was always a lot along the way where we were driving, but I still use them just to obviously test out the system, and it works beautifully. Then obviously my spare tire on the back here that I've got, just obviously a little bit extended out, and you just got to remember that obviously your car is now a little bit longer at the back because you've got the tube. Then obviously we got the car's name. The car's name or call sign is Blizzard, so she is called Blizzard. Moving on to the top, I have got front runner roof rails, which then has a easy on tent that sits on top of it, and man, is setting and up and down this tent such a breeze. We have no issues whatsoever. You simply climb up the back here, undo one, undo two, and there you go. You're strapped, everything makes loose, take off the cover, and you are good to go. Literally fold it down, and you're ready to enjoy an ice cold beer around the campfire. It is absolutely amazing, and I love it. Camping off the ground also makes it a huge different experience, and you might actually enjoy it more. I know I have started to enjoy it more since I started camping on my tent, or on my roof of my car in the tent, and it's absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If there is anything more that you would like to know about the car, please leave it in the comments and we'll make a follow-up video or short about it. Otherwise, keep that spark for adventure going, and we'll see you in the next one. Good morning and welcome back to another Adventure Sparks video. Here with me today is Leonora. Oh, is it going?